Alright guys, this is Abdul here coming in live from a home in Birmingham, UK, and I'm here today with one of my main mans and group leaders, actually, team leaders, Adrian Whitworth. Okay, Adrian, obviously you've been rocking it left, right and centre, you know, generating leads from all over the place. You really picked it up really well, okay? You're an absolute fire at the moment. So what I really want to do for this kind of a Google Hangout interview kind of thing is just basically share what's really changed for you, and what has helped you to start generating more leads, signing up more people, so people can basically pick up some of those golden nuggets and implement them into their own businesses as well. So Adrian, yeah, take it away, man. Share what you got.
All right. Well, I come from a bit like you, an SEO sort of background. So I had the technical skills. I could blog. I can get content to rank. I could teach people how to do that. But what I really wanted to do was learn how to put a team together and teach them the essential ingredients of building a home business. I got into My Lead System Pro the first time last year, but I wasn't really looked after and introduced into it properly. I was kind of just, here you go, have a look at this, and I was just literally dropped.
Right, you were kind of an orphan then, as we call them.
Yeah. You're not wrong. So after about a couple of months, I thought that I'd learned everything inside it that there was to learn. I was sending, I was getting in touch. I was making leads, but not doing anything with it because I just didn't know what to do with it.
Right,
I was subscribing to everyone's list. I was kind of just thinking that if I just had a step-by-step list of things to do, it would all come towards me. And surprise, surprise, nothing happened. So I dropped it. And I was already in an MLM at the time, and the same thing happened, would you believe. I signed up to it. My sponsor said, right, well, give us a call if you need anything, and I never heard from him again.
Yeah, kind of happens, doesn't it?
Yeah, and I was just completely stuck. So I just left it for a while, and I went back to my SEO stuff. I went back to blogging with my personal blog, and just kind of fumbled through, wasn't really getting anywhere, wasn't building a list. And then you got back in touch.
Oh yeah, I remember.
And you just kind of went, have you considered this? And I laughed because I was just like, no, absolutely not, because I had this ridiculous ideological sort of. Well, it's fair enough actually. Some people just believe that you just build and brand yourself. You have your own blog, and that's that. But because I'd had that drummed into me, I thought that there'd be no way that I could take on something like Empower and fit it into the way I thought about things, when actually I was completely blinkered and had no support.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
So then I spent, I think it was 3 or 4 days just researching, thinking. I don't think I slept for 3 or 4 days. I knew that I wanted to try and make that work, but I just didn't think I could fit it into my way of thinking and the way I wanted to do things. Obviously, I did. I got into it. I joined your team, and within a few days, I think I realised that I'd made probably the best decision that I'd made online, because the community, the support, the training, especially in the UK, which is something that I'd been wanting, that I hadn't previously had. I felt I was at home, and I felt that I could not succeed unless I really gave it everything I had. And then I decided that I wanted to get back into My Lead System Pro, and obviously I got into your team as well. That's actually when things really started to work, because I knew how to get leads, I knew where to get them, I just didn't know what to do with them.
Yeah.
And then once I started putting into practice a couple of things that you said to me, which was outside of Empower really, but you said just try it, give it a go, and I tried it. Well, and you've seen what's happened in the last 2 or 3 weeks.
Oh yeah, you shut up, man. You've done really good.
He's been
very impressive results actually, Adrian. Yeah, I'm quite impressed by you and some of the other guys who are starting to duplicate using the exact same strategy.
Yeah.
Alan's one of them.
Yes, yeah. Well, I've been chatting to Alan, and he's just said, it's just someone that gives you an example of something that they use that works.
Yeah.
You use it, see the results from that, and put your own slant on it, put your own personality into it, and it still works. And it's what you then do with it that then makes all the difference. And from that, I then learned how to find my selling point. So, like you, I like to market myself as the person that can help network marketers. So when you taught me that that's what network marketers need, either well, and or leads and traffic, which is what they need.
Exactly.
You just know instinctively which thing that person needs and how to show them how to do it. And once you've got them, once you've got their trust and respect, the chances are that then they'll want the other thing that you can offer them as well. And before you know it, you're cultivating a really good relationship. The trust is there. They are then trying out the things that work for me. And before you know it, you just have a list of people that's growing.
Yeah, exactly.
It's crazy, it's great, it's fantastic. But I've been striving for this for 5 years.
Wow, it's a long time. I didn't know you were actually that long, Adrian, actually.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Must be a good feeling now.
It's it just the nice thing about it is that I knew that I could do this. I knew I had it in me. I just needed some decent mentoring.
Just that little nudge really in the right direction, isn't it?
Yeah, just for someone to say, look, you can do this and I'll help you properly and not drop you after a couple of weeks,
Exactly, that's one of the things that a lot of people do miss, is just that little nudge and that little mentoring, helping, pushing the right direction, which a lot of people don't have. The majority of people in our industry just recruit and forget. It's just the way it works, unfortunately.
Yeah, and I know retaining is something that you talk about a lot.
Oh yeah.
One of the other things that has really helped me are the things within My Lead System Pro that you can give away for free to prove to people that you're not just after their money, not just after another name on the list. It is actually all about helping people genuinely. So those resources that you can actually give away for free.
Exactly, and they're worth a lot of money, that stuff.
It's worth a hell of a lot of money.
Yeah, and you
so
just
people
giving it
see
away.
that and go, oh, this guy's for real then.
Exactly, yeah. It just builds that trust between yourself and your leads, or whoever's looking into you, really. Because at times you get people just on YouTube or maybe Googling you and seeing exactly who you are, just doing due diligence and just checking you out. Yeah. And if you can prove to them that you're a leader, you know what you're talking about, you know what you're doing, and you can genuinely help these people out, the chance of joining your team goes up so much.
Yeah, well, I'm quite lucky. I mean, over the last couple of years, I've blogged a lot. So people Google me and they'll find about 50 articles that I've published on my blog. But that's another thing you can actually prove. You can actually say, well, look, if you come into Empower and get the blog and blog a lot, people will find you. So that's more proof that it works as well.
Well, yeah, exactly. It just shows that what you're doing can be duplicatable,
yeah,
and anybody can do it. It's just a matter of just getting in and taking the action necessary to just get up there.
Yeah,
and which is exactly what you've done. It's just one of those things, but where people just don't take the action really. They take all the knowledge in, they take all the theory, they understand it all.
Yeah.
But then they just don't go and do it.
Yeah, well, I think some of that's down to mindset as well. I think people are frightened of trying it because then I think they're worried about, right, okay, so what do I say? Then what do I do if I actually, God forbid, if I got a lead, what am I going to do? They'll see right through me. They'll think I'm lying, which is where the support and the training comes in.
Exactly.
We have all of the tools and resources that we need to make a great business, but actually, if you fill in the cracks with friendship and support and mentorship, that takes away all the cracks in their mindset. So it's another good thing to do.
I mean, the other thing I've noticed about you, Adrian, is you took on board that one golden nugget that I learned from my mentor, Diane Hockman, which was build your circle of influence. And you really took that on board. I've seen you doing that. So how's that worked out for you? You
mean what I'm doing on my Facebook page every day?
Yeah. Well, that kind of stuff,
that is something that I wanted to really run with, because one of my initial worries, Abdul, was that I was a little bit sort of worried about people's what's the word, kind of suspicion of online and network marketing. So I thought, if I'm going to start just openly and enthusiastically talking on my Facebook page about this stuff, it was kind of one of the things holding me back as well. I was a bit worried about what people would think, and actually the exact opposite has happened. I don't think I've had one negative question or, about what I do. People have just seen it as, because it's all genuine content, the things that you were talking about, social proof, and just sharing. I think that's the key word, sharing, and that's what social media is all about, isn't it?
Exactly. And you're not actually pitching. That's the best thing. You're just showing your own proof. That's it. You're not saying come and join or click that link or whatever. Nothing like that. It's just showing them what your results are, and basically getting the curiosity gene going, as we say, so they get curious.
As you know, last week I got in touch with you and I sent you a copy of a message I was sent.
Yeah, I remember
one of my recent sign-ups. Actually, my second Empower Network team member had been watching what I'd been doing on Facebook for 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah.
And off the back of that, she actually knows who I am, but we've not worked together before. And she got in touch. She said, I love what you've been doing. I trust you. Off the back of that, I'm signing up later on. And she did. So that is actual proof of what you can do just by sharing, being honest and being genuine.
Exactly.
So I do it every day.
Yeah, exactly. Just be yourself. That's what you gotta do. You don't gotta pretend you're a leader or pretend you're getting $1,000 a day or something like that. If you are, brilliant. That's good. Just share the proof. Just don't go out there making up stuff, or as we call it, faking it until you're making it.
Yeah, Jay Roberts told me about that. Yeah,
it don't work.
Yeah, it's horrendous, isn't it? We've all seen it.
We see it all the time on Facebook. Do
you know what? Actually, those are the people that I love getting in touch with.
Yeah, because they're all struggling.
They are struggling, and actually, I see that as a cry for help. Through no fault of their own, because we've all been there, and yes, sometimes they might just keep the charade going for a while. That no, everything's fine. I'm having a great time. Blah 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 blah. But then they'll keep the conversation going. I think mentally they're thinking, well, if I carry on, I'll get something from them.
Yeah, that's expected.
They're kind of hanging on to me, hoping I'm going to help them. So it's just, it's cat and mouse. But those are the people that I really love getting in touch with, because I just know that I can help them genuinely.
Yeah, absolutely, exactly. I come across them kind of people every day, just like you do. And the majority of the people are struggling, like you say, and a lot of them tend to reach out, if not straight away, then a bit later on. Yeah. Once they see what you're doing and the kind of results you're getting. And once you really brand yourself out there as a leader, and that's what it really comes down to. If you can show people that you know what you're doing, you're a leader, you can help them, you can point them in the right direction, all that kind of stuff, which is exactly what you've been doing lately. And I've seen that. I've seen some great results from you, both in MLSP and Empower.
And that's all from Facebook. I just I did the one of the first things that you told me to do, which was just concentrate on one platform, because again, going back to my first experience of My Lead System Pro, I was told to go into everything, master everything. When in fact you said, well, what's your favourite? What thing do you use most of all? It's Facebook. I could get decent leads with Twitter as well. But Facebook it's where everyone's hanging out. So if everyone's hanging out there, and you can find out which groups and communities they're in, just concentrate on Facebook, and it's just been phenomenal.
Absolutely, you can target people perfectly on Facebook just by using the search function.
Yeah.
It don't get any easier than that.
It's the conversations you can have as well. You can really get to know people, and then I tend to get them on Skype. It's just like a funnel then. But
it's just that relationship building stage, which I always say is the foundation to your business. If you ain't got a relationship, that business will crumble eventually, because they don't know you. they don't care if they stay with you or they don't stay with you. They'll try for a few weeks or a few months, and eventually, when they're not doing good, okay, because you ain't got the communication going, they're gonna quit. It's just a natural order of things that happen, unfortunately, in our industry, and it's just about that circle of influence that you can create with your prospects, your leads, your team members, and build it from there. It makes a huge difference. And I'm sure that's probably one of the things that you've noticed in your time now in MLSP and Empower.
It is. When you talk about sort of growing that circle of influence, it has literally, let's just say now, how long have I been in Empower with you? Is it about it's nearly 3 months now, I think. About
I'll say about 2.5 months roughly.
Yeah. Well, the amount of friends that I had on Facebook was round about the 300 mark. And since I've really sort of really started hammering Facebook on a daily basis, I'm just under 1,000. I should get onto 1,000 by the end of this weekend, so tomorrow.
Wow.
And that has come from sharing what I'm doing, sharing what you're doing, and Nikki and the rest of the guys, Alan, Ruth, and now people are messaging me. People are sending me friends requests, and it's a daily thing, as it is with you.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So that's over 600 people in just under 3 months that have seen what I'm doing and are interested. They're curious. They've got questions. They want to get to know me. They want to do what I'm doing. Exactly. So that's quite a switch in 3 months. 3 months ago, and I was talking to you, and it's funny because I asked you a question that you must get asked every day. I get asked every day now, and it makes me laugh. Is the market saturated with Empower Network people? And I bet you laughed as well.
I get that asked all the time, Adrian.
Well, in fact, it's only around about 100,000 people out of a massively growing industry full of network marketing.
I mean, just on Facebook, there's like 540 million or something people on there. You know, and what you can't forget, okay, is not everybody, okay, resonates with every single person. So somebody that might not join me, they might join you, or somebody that might not join you might join me.
Yeah.
So the saturation just completely out of the question.
Sure. Yeah, I just thought it was really interesting when someone asked me the other day, and of course, because I've asked that question before, I actually had a really good
answer for it.
Yeah, so it just made me laugh, and I forgot to tell you about that. So I'm glad I had the chance to talk about that now. Just funny.
Yeah, like you said, you've seen your friend requests go up, and you've seen your messages and all them go up, and I bet you've seen. I mean, with a friend request is absolutely a wicked thing, because when you're getting a friend request yourself, they're more targeted than you sending the request, because those people want to connect with you. So it makes a huge difference.
Exactly, and this business is all about leads, isn't it? And if someone sends you or me a friend's request, that's probably the strongest lead you can get.
Yeah, exactly, because they're interested in you.
It's an opt-in, but it's not an opt-in to an email list. And they may or may not open your email on a given day. So the lines of communication couldn't be any more open from a friend request. From Facebook. I mean, even on Twitter, if you get followers and stuff, it's not the same.
Exactly, it is not the same. Yeah, absolutely. Plus, it gives you that chance to really build a more stable relationship as well, because our request has come to you, and it's not basically like you going out cold calling. It's completely different to that.
Completely.
One of the other things, Adrian, I wanted to actually mention was the difference MLSP and Empower Network working together have had for you. Because I know it made a big difference for me when I done that.
Yeah, it's going back to when I joined you and in Empower, I remember thinking, right, okay, I get the blogging, I understand how to do search engine optimization and get that piece of content ranked, and I think I was a techie. I'll always be a techie at heart.
Yeah,
I'm proud of that. Like you are, I'm dead proud.
You reminded me of me, actually, Adrian, quite a lot, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's probably why we just get each other and we work well together, you know, because we come from the same place. So I knew all of those technical things, but what was missing was the glue to bring it all together. So when I went into Empower with you, I was still actually in the same place, and I got in just before the 90-day challenge started, which was actually a fantastic time to come in January. But I still remember thinking as we went through the initial weeks of that there was still something missing. I knew I had a great product. I knew I had a good service. In fact, it's more of a service. I wouldn't say it's a product. And I was thinking I should really get back into My Lead System Pro, because I knew that those two things were working great for you. I know that they work great for Jay Roberts, and most of the UK leaders actually have those two things in their toolbox.
Yeah.
It wasn't until I actually signed back up and we had another conversation, and then it just clicked that I had all of these free resources in My Lead System Pro to generate conversations, to offer my personality and what I could offer people. It built bridges, it broke down barriers, it took away suspicion of what people assumed the network marketers were doing, that they would assign people would drop them. It is completely, it's put me up a couple of levels in terms of how people see me, just from having products to give away. And it's as simple as that. It's not rocket science. It is just giving value. And then what happened then was I watched the amazing, I mean, it was just this fantastic training that Richard McElroy gave us on recruiting.
Oh, that was brilliant, yeah.
That really sealed the deal for me in terms of knowledge and confidence in what to do with people when I'd leads. Because what Richard taught us, I mean, he could sell that stuff for thousands. It was remarkable what he told us, wasn't it?
Gold.
It was just unbelievable. And when I talk to people about recruiting and stuff now, and what we know from being in My Lead System Pro, it really then, that night, I didn't go to bed all night. I got in touch with old leads, just people that I'd been talking to and didn't know what to do with them. And I think you actually really started to see a difference in how many leads I'd coming through. And then the sign-ups came.
Exactly, and that gave you a huge boost, didn't it, in confidence?
Yeah, and now I can't get enough of it. Because I'm happy.
Yeah. Have you got to sign up today, haven't you, as well? You've got to sign up today. You just told me that just now.
Yeah, I got one yesterday, another one today. I mean, I think I'm up to, on an average now, I sign up every 3 days now, in either business.
That is pretty damn impressive, Adrian. Majority of people don't do that.
And I'm happy with that, you know.
Yeah.
You know, I'm completely happy with that. So, so that's how quickly it's picked up since getting into My Lead System Pro, because it's enhanced the way that I sell traffic and leads. So then I can offer Empower Network for those who want traffic, and not forgetting good online marketing as well, which is what we can do for people. But if those people just want leads and they want to boost their Empower Network business, then we've got My Lead System Pro. The two things work incredibly well. And then what we do on a personal level as mentors and leaders, you know, that then gives the people that join us the confidence to go on and build their own teams. So
exactly,
that's the best way I can say how it's, you know, how it's improved me as a marketer. It's improved me as a support network for people.
Absolutely. Well, Adrian, if there was going to be one golden, well, let's say 2 golden nuggets, okay, to give to people watching this hangout that has absolutely transformed your business, okay, in terms of generating leads or your primary or MLSP, whatever, okay, because there's a lot of people who are in MLSP watching this one struggling as well, okay, maybe you can just share something with them that will help them start generating more leads, finding out more people, or just point them in the right direction. What would that be?
Right. Well, if someone's in Empower or in any MLM or home business and they're struggling for leads, and they've got a Facebook page, they've got a personality where they like to help people, just talk to people, then what I wouldn't do is get too hung up on putting links out there, on bothering your friends and family, or anything like that. I would do the thing that you taught me to do, which started to change everything for me, would be to use that search box at the top of your Facebook page, put in network marketers or put in MLM, and find the people who are like you. Because there's literally hundreds of thousands of people just like you who want to be successful, who want to make a few more friends and start to build a little community. And with that community, you can start to make sales. You can share the benefit of your experience and just give them value. Go into Network Marketers Group. Look at that massive list. It's a moving advert board. That's the way I see it.
Yeah.
So every probably 30 seconds, new ones are coming up. All of those people need some help. You might be able to do that. So get in touch with them. Don't friend request them, because we don't want you in Facebook prison.
Oh.
But click on them, send them a message, say hello, tell them who you are, say that you're like them, you're an online marketer. They love that. I've noticed that if you say, I'm like you, I'm an online marketer, they will get confidence from that and think, oh, he sees me or she sees me as an online marketer. I'm going to reply to that. That's the one thing I would say that's a golden nugget. Put that in your message, that I'm like you, where I'm an online marketer as well. How are you doing? How are things? What's your day been like? And they will reply. Just don't friend request them.
No, you don't want to do that. Because I've done that. I've been in Facebook jail for 30 days, Adrian. Imagine that. Oh my God, it's horrible.
30 days? Oh.
I was lucky I was getting friend requests though, so it was okay for me. I had loads to get through, so I got through all them at the time. But my God, that is horrible.
Yeah. It's like losing your keyboard.
Exactly, yeah. Can't imagine that.
Oh, not good. But I think that's the one thing that I like to suggest to people, is just to find people who are like them, or find people who they think that they could help with their business, and just to cultivate and just to build up a relationship, a friendship, because sooner or later they will ask them what they do. They'll ask them, so what are you doing that's working for you? And then you can start to integrate them into your product and service, and at least get their eyes on your promo video, get their eyes on your squeeze page or your capture page. And then I find that that's the best way in getting them to either work with you or to even consider it. And you can go back to them in another month or two and just say, how's it going, and just get some conversation going again.
Yeah, and just rebuild that part of the relationship over again.
Yeah.
I tend to do that actually quite a lot myself, actually, Adrian, yeah. Because at the end of the day, 90% of people will not join your business straight away. It doesn't matter.
That's what you did with me.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, I mean, that's a prime example, yeah.
Here I am,
We are, yeah. I mean, how long was it after that you come back to me, Adrian, or did we actually connect? It was quite long, wasn't it?
We connected when I first got into My Lead System Pro. I got into a Skype group and I was in the Facebook group, and then I was invited into the MLM Edge UK Facebook group, and we got to know each other there. I also got to know Rebecca Woodhead, who I know is a friend of yours. And so I got to know you, and then you suggested Empower then. But my mindset was a little bit different back then.
Yeah, I mean, it just shows that how long you can take and how long you really need to be doing this. It's not one of those things where you can rush it and you can just go and directly pitch someone and they'll just join you. It doesn't work quite that way.
I think you've got to sometimes let people go down their own path and let them make their own mistakes.
Yeah.
Which is a fair enough thing to say because I did it. I think you've got to do that to realise what you really want online.
Absolutely. Everybody makes some mistakes. I mean, it's like every leader out there has at one point or another been a follower.
Yeah.
And it's just a natural way of doing things in our industry. You have to be a follower. You have to learn, from your mistakes and all that. And then you get to a stage where you are a leader, and it happens just naturally.
And I actually, my mentality now is that of a leader. And you've seen my Facebook wall, and that's my mindset now. But having said that, I do still like to follow people like Ray Higdon, who I've got so much respect for. I absolutely love Ray's stuff. I still look at it now. I only follow 5 people now. I don't get sucked into anybody else's email list, and Ray's still one of them. So I still like to educate myself, keep up to what's happening, and I think that's still really important.
Absolutely, Adrian. So anyway, Adrian, I think we've been on for about 20-30 minutes now. Hopefully, a lot of you guys watching this, I've got a whole bunch of golden nuggets and a lot of information to help you guys out if you are struggling. So Adrian, what you can do is you can give your link I think below this video if it's on YouTube or on Facebook, just in case anybody does want to check out your MLSP or your Empower Network, and that's completely up to them. If you want to check out or you want to work with Adrian, who, like I said, is completely rocking the scene. He's on fire. He's doing really, really well. I'm really happy for him. Really chuffed. So yeah, he's definitely a leader. Definitely going in the right direction. And if you want to work with Adrian, I absolutely recommend it, because I've seen this guy start from pretty much very, very low in the terms of generating leads, signing up people, and then I think in the last 3 months you really got a huge boost out of this.
Absolutely.
And you've really skyrocketed. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys, from me and Adrian, and hopefully we'll be seeing you in one of our teams, and hopefully in Adrian's, okay, because like I said, he's rocking it. So either asking for the link to either Empower, or if you want to learn more about MLSP, just connect with him. Doesn't matter if you want to join him or not, just go and connect with him and learn what he's got to share with you. I'm sure he can point you in the right direction and show you a bit more about how to generate leads, sign up reps, that kind of stuff, whatever you're struggling with. So you guys have a wonderful night, and we will see you around, guys.